Visa and MasterCard are leading the way for how our financial system is drastically changing, and you need to see what's happening to understand it. Okay, starting off with MasterCard, what they're seeing is MasterCard sees growth in tokenization and commercial payments. Here's what's important here. The big takeaway, specifically under their tokenization momentum. Here's what they say. They say there are many use cases for tokens. Take, for example, the next click of our multi-option payment solutions. We're rolling out the MasterCard One credential, which allows consumers the flexibility and control to set their payment preferences in the banking app for each transaction if they so choose to be credit, debit, prepaid, or buy now, pay later. It's all behind one credential, one token. That all on its own might not seem significant, but let's check out what Visa is doing. Visa tops 4.7 billion credentials and logs 44% growth in tokens year over year. In the previous video, I went on to detail as far as how and why Visa is tokenizing the entire payment process. It's actually on their website. You can read it for it yourself, but this is just letting us know the direction we're taking. So this is what Visa has said. The company has issued 4.7 billion credentials, which represented 7% growth year over year, and has also issued 12.6 billion tokens, representing a 44% surge year over year. If you just look at e-commerce on tokenized transactions, we have 6 percentage point higher approval rates. That translates into significantly higher sales for our merchant partners and 30% reduction in fraud rates, which is good for everybody in the ecosystem. Tokens have become one of our most important platforms for enabling innovation. And there is some far deeper implications going on here. Welcome to the AlterNate Vantage. My name is Nate. This is where I provide a different perspective on finances, news, and generational wealth. If you like this kind of content, then don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, back to the video. So, all this being said, the foundation, the key of what's taking place here, number one, is the tokenization of the payment system, and number two, the inclusion of a digital ID. That's what's being hinted at in the MasterCard article and the Visa article. They're not saying it, and they're just calling it a token credential. It's a means of verifying a transaction because you have a digital attachment to who's conducting that transaction. Now you might be thinking, it's not that big of a deal. We have, digital forms of identification happening all the time. Why is that so important when it comes to our financial system and what's taking place for the future? Well, I'll show you. I made a video on this on the past as well. This is called Project Epic, which is being sponsored by none other than JP Morgan and Chase, which, if you don't know, they essentially manage all of the funds of the Fed, our central bank. So you can think of it as like the private bank behind our central bank, in other words. But Project Epic is their response, is their answer to the tokenization of the financial system and the development of central bank digital currencies and the development of stablecoins. All of that is in here. And so coming from JP Morgan themselves, this is how they view the level of importance a digital identity is. Coming from the forward, they say, throughout the years, the Connexes Lab, which is what they're calling it, formerly known as the Onyx blockchain launch, has consistently championed decentralized digital identity as key to revolutionizing blockchain adoption while delivering transformative blockchain solutions. So JP Morgan sees digital identities as the foundational tool to allow for the full development of the rest of the financial system, being blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, stablecoins, and central bank digital currencies. This video today was not meant to be a long one. I am just going to continuously rehash and re-put out all these headlines, all these developments, all these things that you're not going to see in major news or major media outlines. And I'm bringing it here so that you can be aware of it, because this transition is coming way faster than we're anticipating, or I should say many were anticipating, though I've been saying it for a long time now that this year particularly, because Trump's coming into office, we are watching the revolutionization of the stablecoin era, which is going to bring in the rest of this technology that we're seeing today. So if you want to stay ahead of these moves and make sure you're in a protected position, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow the channel, leave a comment. And if you want to send this to someone who has no idea what's going on in the financial space, but you think they should know, then please send it their way so we can have more people be aware of what's going on. With that, God bless you, and I'll catch you in the next one.